Radio.
I'd like to welcome Frank X to the Ripper Radio program this evening. How you doing tonight?
I'm fine, thank you.
Probably start off with a little history, like your former bands, your background, stuff like that.
Yeah, actually, I played in a band a long time ago. Actually, with the first, the early lineup of Gorguts. I was playing in a band called Damage with Steve Cloutier and Stéphane Provencher, which who went to be the first band members of Gorguts. And then after a while, I made my own stuff with some other musician, and then quit for doing much more like score composing. I made some movies. I've directed movies and play as an actor as well. And then I've started my own studios, like making. I was doing a jingle for TV, radios, or whatever. And then 1 year back, so I've decided to jump back into metal stuff. So I've wrote this debut album as a solo album because I'm the only one, so I've no other musician than myself. So then I've started back to write some metal music then.
Oh, cool. What are some of the movies you worked on?
Actually, it's I made 2, 3 long and maybe 6, 7 shorts. Very different stuff. So my very first one is a kind of a fantastic adventure. Then I make a romantic comedic one. And a few like horror comedic movies as well. So they're short films.
Oh, that's cool. So what really got you back into doing the heavy metal?
Actually, I'm still in touch with Luc Lemay from Gorguts. So he went to me because he's old school mate of mine, and we just met back maybe 3-4 years ago. And I'm doing some stuff for him, like artworks for T-shirts. I work on Colored Sand album for the graphics and things like that. So we've been in touch, and we've started back to talking about music. Man, he just give me the little kick in the ass to start back writing stuff.
Yeah, sometimes that's what it takes.
Yeah.
Since you're the only member of a band in the band, what do you say is the biggest issue doing your solo stuff versus being in a full band?
Actually, for me, it's better because I'm playing bass, guitar, and vocals. In my previous band, I used to play vocals and guitars only. I play drum in some side band as well. So doing my own stuff is giving me kind of liberty, to freedom to do whatever I like. So when you're in a band, so there are some advantages for sure, but you don't have to to hard on your riffs or whatever. But on the other hand, to make to write something very seamless and that is that follow the line you want to go. So it's very hard when you're alone to have this kind of overlook of what you're doing because you're too much involved in what you are writing actually. So this is maybe perhaps the biggest issue, to have that kind of outside look on your stuff.
Yeah, because you don't have anybody to feed off of, in other words.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I know when I played, me and my bass player were really close. So when I would play a riff, he would just jump straight in and start playing along with me, and we didn't really have to. It's like almost like we were connecting mentally,
Yeah,
So,
sure.
and kind of makes the flow go easier. And
Yeah, yeah, that's true, and it's changing. So if you have something very clear in your mind, so you can write all the lines. So, but when you're interacting with other people, so it becomes something else than what you thought. So it can be perfect. So, but sometimes it is not. So it depends. You have to remain open minded. But when you're alone, so you're always doing what you want to do. you know.
and then second guessing yourself and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
I know how it is. That's part of the reason I haven't started playing and recording my own stuff. Because
Okay.
I have that issue. I like to feed off other people's energies when I write.
Sure, sure. Yeah, that's true.
Um, so you're actually giving away your album for free via download.
Hmm.
So how would people get a hold of that so they would know where to search for your album?
Yeah, actually, you can download them because I'm on Google Play, Spotify, iTunes, but you know it's because it's a distribution, so you have to pay for it. So and for me, it was important to be accessible. But on my website, it's still free, and it will remain free. So you can download for free only on my website, which is frank-x.com. So you go there and you can download the album as well then PDF files with track arts and pictures, biography, and many things.
Cool. Yeah, and I'll also be putting a what we call the spotlight page, and you'll have all your information on there. So if
Yeah.
people want to go to my site, you'll be available just like on your site. So that'll help you out in that way.
Okay.
Um, so I think the first song I'm going to play tonight is Prince of Darkness.
Uh huh.
So would you like to say a few words about that song?
Yeah, actually, you know, the album is a concept album, so I was for me it was very important to do it with humor. So I've decided to make a kind of an epic parody of the origin of mankind, and you know, like with the main characters as God and Lucifer. Lucifer trying to outwit God with some cheats and you know and trying to manipulate human beings which were apes at that time. You know to finally take control over the whole creation. But actually, things went a little bit wrong along the way. So it's you know it's comedic. It's kind of yeah, it's a parody actually.
Yeah, I have to say I'm really enjoying when I first listened to it, the comedy and mixed in with the metal. It's a really unique album. I haven't heard anything like that since maybe back in when MOD did their little parody for the surf movie that they did. That was kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. I really enjoy Moody as well.
all right, what do you think of the current issue with the music business today? It's not like it used to be, and everybody has to get on the internet and work through the internet
Yeah,
versus how we used to just sell albums. And what do you
yeah.
think of the state of the music industry is today?
Actually, it's very sad for some because you know I remember in the very early beginning when I started to listen to death metal or whatever. So there were there was very few bands at that time. So now you know I've been like the last 10 years out of the business, and when I plunge back into you know looking what is the metal scene now in 2015 16, so I was so much impressed by all the bands that accessible now. So it's like you know there's so many bands indies and much more than before. So of course the business is much harder for all the bands that you know want to earn for a living. So for me, actually, I have my own studio. So um, it doesn't cost anything for me to make an album, so that's why I'm giving for free. It's again, I do it for passion and because I love music, and it's a kind of gift to the people if they like. So all right, that's fine. But on the other hand, I mean, it's not whining after people who's selling their album, because actually everybody need money to live, so but nowadays it's so much hard to get through it because of piracy and YouTube and whatever. So well, actually I'm really happy that I'm not waiting to sell album to eat something. So that's all that I can say.
That's definitely a plus.
Yeah.
Because used to be you saw albums and that's how you made your money, and now it's more touring and shows versus
Yeah, of course,
album sales.
and I've spoke a lot with Luc Lemay of Gorguts, which is quite known band, and he toured in Australia and in Europe, and now he's going to Europe and on the 18th for the new album, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and it's exhausting. And he's making like at least a show a day for 30 days, so it's crazy. And at the end, so I don't want to say he doesn't make money, but he's very he like the people playing with him, so he's very generous. So, but at the end, I mean, he has to work very hard, to have to live of his music.
It's definitely a different world today, that's for sure.
Yeah, of course.
Well, I appreciate you coming on my show tonight. Um, Hope to have your new album when you said you were going back in the studio to record a new one here soon.
Yeah, sure. Actually, the it's this concept is a trilogy. So actually, the second album is already on the way. So it should be released. I think end of October or next November. But no, for now, I'm working on a video for featuring the track "The Doom," the last track of the album. I hope to release the video on maybe end of April. So I guess so, and then we'll start. We'll be much more focused on the next album.
Cool. Yeah, like I said, I would appreciate. Looking forward to being able to play that one too when you release it.
Sure. You'll know it for sure.
Cool. Well, like I said, thank you for coming on the show today, and I won't keep you much longer. So,
Thanks to you. It's a pleasure.
no problem. Anything you'd like to say to your fans out there before we end?
Yeah, sure. So I'm doing my stuff for free, so just share it to the world. So actually, it's the good words of everyone is my wage. So I just appreciate it to. I'm pretty much on the web, chatting with people and with other bands or fans or whatever. So I'm a simple man, I'm replying all my things, and I like to interact with people. So don't be shy. So drop me your words on Twitter, Facebook, Google Plus, whatever, and it will be a pleasure for me to reply you. And that's it.
Alrighty. Well, thanks a lot.
Thanks
Till
to
next
you, man.
time.
All right. Thank you.